Guys, it has begun. Check this out. Today we're going to be talking about the Ripple vs SEC case and the outcome, the possible outcome here by the end of the month. We'll talk about it, guys. But before we do, first of all, from Real Chart, a federal judge has rejected the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's attempts to claim that cryptocurrencies must be regulated by them. Wait a moment. The plot twist occurs right here, guys, right? So now they're stating a federal judge has rejected the SEC attempt to claim that cryptocurrencies must be regulated by them. Interesting. Game over for who, guys? Possibly the SEC, right? Everyone's hates Gary, guys. But in my humble opinion, I don't even think Gary Gensler cares about any of this. You know why? Because he's making his money, folks, right? He doesn't care one bit about cryptos. He's probably invested into X. I'm not even joking. I honestly think he's invested into XRP, right? There is a possibility. We know a lot of these people actually, there's a lot of people out there that love XRP, but that hate it in the public view, right? In the public eye. They just hate XRP. I don't know. I don't get it, guys. They're probably paid to believe that, right? Or shall we say instead, to put a mask, right? To play an act. Now, here we go, guys. It has begun from Eleanor Tourette. For emergency, for those not in the XRP community, right? If Judge Torres comes back with a decision on summary judgment in the Ripple case this week, one of three things could happen. Here we go, guys. This is crazy. It's time. Guys, what's going to happen? I'm going to give you my opinion here in just a bit. But before we do, let's continue. She could side with Ripple. She could side with the SEC. Or she could decide the case goes to trial. Which would it be, folks? 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Which could it be? I don't know. But maybe we will know here very shortly, right? You know what's even crazier? Remember when we were talking about a lot of people hate XRP in the public eye, right? By the way, we were not joking about this. Look at this. Our sun, and then neutron stars, black holes, and then Ripple bags, right? Heaviest objects in the universe. Public service announcement. DM me with a screenshot showing you have sold your XRP and I will give you a year of Swan Premium for free. Save your friends and family from this Ripple scam. Retweet this, guys. Wow. What do you guys believe, right? Do you guys really trust these Bitcoin maximalists? Wow, this person stated true. Converted mine to Bitcoin last week. I now have 0 S coins. That's crazy, guys. The timing, right? Remember what we stated actually. This is so crazy. The FUD will eventually get bigger and bigger and bigger. The closer we get to what, guys? Moon, right? The closer we get to a positive outcome for Ripple and XRP. That's so interesting, isn't it? Are you guys excited or what? Or we can have clarity on secondary sales and the rest of the BS can go to trial. Exactly, right? Let XRP just get clarity, guys. That's all we need. Please just let XRP be granted clarity, right? And get the show on the road. Remember, this is the perfect time for XRP to truly get clarity, or is it? Because what my belief is, it's possibly going to tie in with the collapse, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Before we do, from Attorney Jeremy. Here we go, guys. This just got filed right now. Ripple defendants file letter notice of supplemental authority in further support of their fair notice defense. It's a decision of Judge Wiles in the Voyager bankruptcy case, where Judge Wiles rejected the SEC's objections and approved the bankruptcy plan. Right now, if you go back here, guys, from Attorney Jeremy, Ripple finally filed the Voyage bankruptcy judge's decision. Guys, let's read this, and then Attorney Jeremy has something to say right here. But second, just as defendants have highlighted in connection with their fair notice defense, Judge Wiles found that cryptocurrency market participants operate in a regulatory environment that at best can be described as highly uncertain, in which regulators themselves cannot seem to agree as to whether cryptocurrencies are commodities, wow, that may be subject to regulation by the CFTC, or whether, look at this, guys, right? They just, a federal judge went after the SEC's attempt that all these cryptocurrencies must be regulated by them, right? It's basically who shall it be regulated by, guys, right? By the people, possibly, or whether they are securities that are subject to securities laws, or neither, or even on what criteria should be applied in making this decision. An uncertainty that has persisted despite the fact that cryptocurrency exchanges have been around for a number of years, right? Why though? Why isn't these laws in place, guys, right? Because it's a new technology, that's number one. And plus, they're using laws back from the 1900s and applying it to blockchain technology, folks. What? This is why we need a new test, the Ripple test, right? Maybe Ripple goes to Supreme Court, and then afterwards, it's now the Ripple test, right? But I do believe this is another reason, guys, is because these people are waiting for the collapse to take place so they can now regulate it all at that point in time, because the new financial system is ready to go live at that point, guys. The judge uses abnormally strong language, stating that United States regulators themselves cannot even agree on what criteria to use in deciding whether crypto is a security, right? We are getting close. Of course we are. There we go, folks. Maybe we are getting close, right? Maybe it doesn't go to the Supreme Court, right? Maybe it doesn't end during the collapse. Maybe it ends here very shortly. If it does, guys, ooh, that'll be so beautiful. It's going to be amazing. Why? Because now banks will start possibly going live. If I'm not mistaken, Bank of America did state that, guys, they're waiting for the conclusion of the case, basically, right? So again, that's why I was believing maybe it ends during the collapse and whatnot, guys. But if you go down here, Attorney Jeremy basically has been replying to all of these tweets, right? Jeremy, do you think that Judge Torres will prolong her decision for summary judgment now that this new filing has been made, or it won't affect the time for her ruling? It won't change the timeline, folks, right? So that's a good thing. Now, if you go down here, basically, do you expect March 31st, right? Well, I guess a decision by last week, so I'm already wrong. Filen said March 31st, and Deetons is saying any time between now and mid-April, right? So we're getting very close, to say the least, folks, right? Again, what do you guys believe will take place, guys? Now, if we go to the XRP from Waters Above, XRP is getting ready to send it. Exactly, so this is quite interesting, isn't it? The case is here possibly concluding very shortly, right? Or very soon. At the same time, the XRP chart looks like this, folks, right? Meaning a breakout is imminent. Where? Up, down, or will it still range? Most likely up, guys, because everything else is pumping, right? Especially the Fed. The FOMC meeting is after tomorrow as well, right? On the 22nd. So many things are happening as we speak. What's happening, guys? This pattern is over 800 days in the making, folks. Wow. It's going to get wild up in here for XRP investors. From the lows on the SEC lawsuit crash 12/29/2020 until this Monday, today equal 811 days, which is 2.22 years, right? So again, are we going to go up or what, guys? I'm going to now speak my mind, right? Before I do, XRP will not rise slowly XRP will not slowly rise in price. XRP will suddenly rise in price, guys, right? Why? Because the riddlers have always told us that XRP will have what, guys? A sudden price jump, or another wording could be flipping that switch, right? Or overnight, or the Big Bang, right? Or Big Bang, all at once, right? So, will XRP have a slow or sudden rise in value? Answer 1, sudden. Not to mention, is there an imminent threat to North America? Yes, which are the banks and the collapse, right? The systemic collapse is awaiting. And obviously, if there's a threat to NA is interconnected, the heart of the world, basically, right? Everything else will have a threat like North America, if that's the case. So that's what I was thinking, guys. I mean, XRP has to go up suddenly, right? And basically, we possibly just got confirmed, folks, of my timeline. 136-year-old strategy with a 90% accuracy rate, right? Periods when to make money. Look at this, guys. So A, quote-unquote, A, years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. B, quote-unquote, B, years of good times. High prices and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. And then C is years of hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stocks, right? Exactly, guys. This is so simple. If we go to this right here, when is this? 2023, right? Now, where does that take us to? 2026. From 2023 to 2026, we what, guys? We pump in prices. Oh, you don't say. What did we talk about all this time, folks? Then from 2026 all the way down to 2032, we collapse or dump heavily, right? And at that point, we pump, guys, again. So this is so fascinating, guys, and it's really weird or strange or just possibly a coincidence that 2026, these years, right, from 2023 to 2032, it equals to 3, 6, and 9. What are the chances of that, guys? Right? I don't know. You let me know. I was thinking this was my opinion of the case, folks. If we go, oh, by the way, we'll get confirmed by this March, right? Or whenever they come out with the outcome of the summary judgment, guys. So if the case doesn't conclude here very shortly, or XRP doesn't get clarity, my final verdict will be that XRP gets granted clarity during the collapse right here, right? It gets clarity right there, guys. While everything else is falling, possibly XRP gets that green light, and all that money will flow into XRP. Now, but if XRP gets clarity here soon, then ignore that opinion, guys, because we'll possibly go up from here on. Maybe. Let's just wait and see, though. From Johnny Deaton, I'm hoping Judge Torres was already very aware of the ruling by Judge Wiles of the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of New York, right, in the Voyager bankruptcy, offers the ruling in further support of his fair notice defense, or Ripple offers the ruling in further support of his fair notice defense. Then, if Judge Torres, in the ongoing working draft of her decision, criticizes the SEC's approach and inconsistent behaviors or attitudes toward digital assets, she can cite to the Voyager ruling as further collaborative evidence of her criticism. I predicted over a year ago that Judge Torres will rule in favor of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. I believe Judge Torres will also rule that no reasonable jury could conclude that the two executives were reckless in not knowing XRP was a security when the SEC itself didn't. Wow. Right? What will Judge Torres state, guys? Let's wait and see. Look for Ripple to file the Voyager judge's bankruptcy decision in support of his fair notice defense, right? This was from March 15th. It's good to see a judge put into words the problem that crypto projects face. Listen to this, and this is the final tweet, by the way. I'm aware that Voyager operated and Binance.us currently operates in a regulatory environment that at best can be described as highly uncertain. There are firms that operate as cryptocurrency brokers or exchanges and have done so for several years without being subject to clear and well-defined regulatory requirements. Regulators themselves cannot seem to agree as to whether cryptocurrencies are commodities that may be subject to regulation by the CFTC, right? Or whether they are securities that are subject to securities laws, or neither, or even on what criteria should be applied in making the decision. This uncertainty has persisted despite the fact that cryptocurrency exchanges have been around for a number of years. Again, guys, I mean, it seems like Ripple is definitely winning, guys, as of right now. Obviously, look at all the support for Ripple here, guys, right? I mean, all these judges know that the SEC doesn't even know what they're talking about, right? They're just making S along the way as they go, right? Again, we'll be confirmed by this month, folks, because so many other events, important major events, are taking place here shortly. Not financial advice, let's prepare. What do I say? So amazing, see ya.